Hi, and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick.
My name is Chris, and Nick, what have we got in store today?
Well, today we are continuing with our basics, our crypto basics series here, and today we are talking about Binance and how you can go about buying some of these more obscure altcoins, Chris. And
Yeah,
Binance can be a little bit confusing with how you kind of go about doing it. So we're kind of going to go over some of the real basics. We're not going to get into anything too advanced here, just on how you might be able to buy things like 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗡 using Binance. So as always, if you find this useful and informative, go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really does appreciate it. And if you haven't done so yet, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all of the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, Chris, shall we jump on over straight away to Binance and take a look at how to do this?
yeah, let's do it, Nick.
Fantastic. Right, so here we are just on Binance, and I've just logged in. So if you haven't already got a Binance account, do recommend you guys go about getting one. Make sure you go through all of the authentication steps, know your customer, all that kind of stuff. Make sure you're full access to everything, just in case things do moon and you need to get onto an exchange to liquidate. Some of these
Yeah,
caps are a bit hidden, aren't they, Chris? So some of them, some of these exchanges have a limited amount of money that you can withdraw at any one point if you haven't fully completed the registration.
yeah, and I was just going to say, Nick, we'll drop a link below as well. If you haven't got a Binance account, you can click through the link, and what that'll do is it'll give you some commission on your purchases, as well as our sales. It's an affiliated link, so but yeah, wherever we can save money is always a good thing, right?
Absolutely. So once you've logged in and you've registered perfectly fine and got everything sorted, linked your bank accounts, linked your cards, all that kind of good stuff, you're ready to go about interacting with Binance. So unlike a few of the other platforms, Binance has quite a wide range of crypto assets available to it. Specifically, if you think of things like Coinbase, they've got quite a limited range. Where they do add to that, but it's definitely nothing in comparison to what you have access to here on Binance. So Binance is definitely the place to go to for your alt coins, your alternative coins. So the first thing that you have to understand with Binance is you can't just buy a lot of these crypto assets using fiat, right? You can't just use your debit card or a bank transfer to buy them. First of all, you have to have kind of a bit of a middle ground step, don't you, Chris? Where you
Yeah,
have to buy usually something like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a pretty good starting point. So the first thing you're going to want to do is actually buy a certain amount of Bitcoin. So if you're wanting to look to invest, I don't know, say $1,000 or $5,000, whatever it is, in crypto assets, then the first thing you want to do is actually purchase a Bitcoin. And then from Bitcoin, you can purchase a lot of these other altcoins. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go up to the top here and click on buy crypto. And then you obviously have an option. You can do it from a bank deposit. You can do it from a credit or debit card, which is usually my preferred option. P2P trading, so person to person, third-party payments or cash balance, etc. if you've already got money inside your fiat account in Binance. Okay, so for most people, it's going to most likely be a credit or debit card. That's personally my preferred option as well, unless I've already got a balance in there. So I'm going to click on that. That's then going to load up a very basic kind of purchasing screen, right? The first thing that preloads is Bitcoin, which is what you're going to want to do if you're looking to purchase something like 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗡. Now, there are a few exceptions here that you can buy any of these straight away using a debit card, right? So anything from USDT, which is also another good one to kind of stack up on, because that can be used again to buy things like 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗡 or etc. EOS, 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗡, Synthetics, Zcash, Link, Binance Coin there, Maker, Compound, Dodge, VET is also a very good one. BAT, Matic, XRP, ETH, Binance Dollar, and Bitcoin, right? So I'm just going to leave it on Bitcoin because that's kind of where we're going to want to be. Obviously, you'd add a card here and you just click through and do a purchase, right? So here you'd put in how much you want. So let's say I would like to invest $1,000 in Bitcoin, or £1,000. You can change this to whatever currency you would like. £1,000 sterling here of Bitcoin. Add a card, buy the Bitcoin. Right. Once you've acquired your Bitcoin, it gets added to your Bitcoin wallet here in Binance. Okay, and that's your first step that you need to do that in order to kind of proceed. Now, if you're worried about volatility, then actually going ahead and doing the purchase against USDT is also an option. That or USDC, something that is stable, you might be more comfortable with doing it that way as well. So either of those options will work well for you guys. Once you've done that and you have it secure and you've got your first kind of asset in your Binance account, you're ready now to go ahead and convert it, I guess, into something a bit more meaningful. So in order to do that, we're going to head over to the trade tab at the top here, and we're going to click on classic. Okay, there's basic, there's classic, there's advanced. Classic is probably the middle ground that you want to get your head around. Okay, so I'm going to click on classic. And that's going to load up a similar screen that we've probably looked at in terms of Coinbase Pro. Personally, I think Coinbase Pro is a little bit easier to navigate than Binance, but it's worth getting familiar with this screen just in case Coinbase goes down, which is quite a familiar sight, isn't it, Chris?
It is. It's so frustrating. So frustrating.
Okay, so the first thing we want to do is here we can see that this is the Bitcoin against the USDT, okay? And what we want to do is actually go over to this search box over here on the right-hand side and go ahead and click in there and search for something like AGI. Now, AGI is only paired with Bitcoin on here, so obviously we needed the Bitcoin in order to convert it into SingularityNet, the AGI token. So if I click on AGI to Bitcoin, this will load up all of the data related to AGI and Bitcoin, okay? And now we can come in here, we can buy AGI, right? So just from this particular section here, and there's a price associated with it. So how many AGI tokens would I like to purchase? You know, you might say I would like to buy 1,000 or so like that, which I cannot afford with the Bitcoin in my account, and it's highlighting that. Okay, so I have 0 Bitcoin in my account currently, and therefore I'm unable to purchase that. But if you've already bought the Bitcoin, you're good to go at this point, and you can go ahead and purchase. Likewise, you know, you could also adjust how much Bitcoin you have here to change the AGI token. So if I were to add a 1 there, it would then update the AGI. So if you wanted to buy a very specific dollar value of Bitcoin and then convert that Bitcoin exactly into something like AGI, then you'd go ahead and change that number just there. And that will adjust the amount of AGI that you're buying. With that done, you go ahead and just click on buy AGI, and that will then process that order through, Chris. So it's pretty easy to do. And also, so I was actually on a limited order there. I wasn't even checking that properly. But so that's basically saying how much Bitcoin you'd like to do. But if you go to the market section, this would be the easier area to go. So you can then go ahead and actually put in the amount of AGI that you would like to purchase there. And click buy on AGI. Anything you want to add on that bit, Chris?
Yeah, just so the market option on there is, you know, you're buying it at market value as it currently stands, and then limited, you can select how much you're willing to pay for the AGI token, for example, against BTC. But apart from that, Nick, no.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one thing I didn't notice on Coinbase.com, pro.coinbase. They actually start with market as the default. Limited you have to click into. On Coinbase, it actually was defaulted to limited, a limit buy. So I didn't notice that. But yeah, basically you would change the price that you're willing to purchase Bitcoin for, purchase AGI for, and then place that. When it achieves that particular value, then it will commit that order for you. Whereas the market allows you just to buy it instantly. And so therefore it's a little bit simpler. And likewise, you can do a limited as well, which gets into a little bit more advanced, where you can then sell and do a limited stop, etc. So, you know, under certain conditions, will it commit to an order or not? But well worth getting your heads around how to do this, guys. But the fundamental basics with Binance is trying to make sure that you have something like Bitcoin in your account in order to purchase these altcoins. It's really difficult, or it's just not possible, I should say, on Binance to buy something like AGI just using a debit card or credit card. Right, so that's it, guys. It's relatively straightforward to go ahead and purchase using Binance, but definitely it takes a little bit of getting used to, I think. It can be a little bit daunting with lots of reds and greens flashing on the screen. and knowing exactly what you need to do. But if you were interested in buying things like 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗡, or some of these a bit different tokens that are not kind of listed on something like Coinbase, then Binance is your option, and you just need to have Bitcoin in your account to be able to do it.
Yeah, and if anybody has any questions, don't forget to just drop them in the comments. I do attempt to reply to most, if not all, the comments below.
Fantastic. And as always, if you found it useful and informative, go ahead and smash that like button. Chris really appreciates it. And as always, if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all of the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And with that said, we hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Take care, everyone.